Does it have a feeling you dropped 2 points today?
Yeah, I think so. We played quite well. I think lots of positives in the game. Intention was good. Scored 2 goals, but we haven't defended the first goal well enough from a set piece, and then didn't attack well enough in the second goal and expose ourselves too easily. So we're frustrated because we haven't taken the 3 points. Performance-wise, we think there's a step forward there. There's lots of things that we're happy about, but ultimately we have to do better to take the 3.
Should Koulibaly done better against the goal?
Well, I think it's a team issue. We didn't attack well enough in the first place, and left ourselves too open there. We spoke about that before the game, and just didn't manage the situation well enough. And at this level, moments or actions can cost you, and they did today.
Does it feel like a familiar story with Chelsea, like lots of the ball dominance, but you lack something in the final touch, final edge?
No, because we scored 2 goals and we attacked well, and we of course there's always something we can do better, but I think we dropped points today because we conceded 2 poor goals.
In terms of changing Wesley Fofana, were you expecting lots of long balls, bringing Chalobah instead of him?
No, he was fatigued. He's felt his hamstring. He was cramping up, and then because he's been out for so long, we needed to take him off. So it was more of a precautionary physical issue than a tactical one.
You stay in 10th place. Is it frustrating that despite the turn of events in the last couple of games, you didn't manage to jump in the Premier League jadwal?
Well, I think today the frustration is we haven't taken 3 points. We're trying to build momentum. We're trying to develop the team and the spirit. We've done that quite well. But ultimately, when you don't win, it's frustrating. But we have to stick to the positives, and there were some positives today, and performance was a step forward, I think, as well. But we have to learn and we have to do better.
Thanks so much.
Fighting spirit. Describe that performance and the value of that point won here at Stamford Bridge.
Well, I think the performance and the mentality are improving all the time, particularly away from home. Lots of noise about Everton's away record for a long time now, and I spoke to the players at length about us changing it, because no one lets you change it. You have to work hard to change it, and I thought there was plenty of hard work in both halves for different reasons tonight. I thought first half we were solid defensively and some very good defensive aspects. We didn't deal with the ball as well, and I mentioned that at half time. I said we've still got to play. And then second half we found a better balance, albeit going down, but then coming back, of course. And then the balance of play and some of the chances we created was very pleasing.
Decore is a player that's come alight under you, but we've got to talk about Ellis Sims. What a goal, the control for a player that was on loan in Sunderland before he came back in January.
Yeah, I mean, I think the mentality of the group's improving, and Duke's been a shining light with that. You know, he drives into the box with an intent to score, and I've been speaking to the players about that. You know, we're not waiting for one player to score. Everyone can score a goal, and I think that's improving all the time. You know, that freedom to go in front of the goal and score. And Ellis, you know, he's working at his game. You know, he's learning about the game, and he's got to do that more often, to be honest, because he can run hard, he's quick, and I know he can score. And now he's got to do the ugly stuff in the hard yards, and I think he'll learn that. But it's pleasing for him and pleasing for us that he came on and affected the game so obviously.
James Tarkowski had a part in that opening goal, but the penalty, just putting that leg out, is so easily taken, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, look, I always question penalties because I think they're so soft nowadays. I think he's already on his way down. It's a clumsy one, but there's not much in that one, but it goes against us. That's the way it goes. As long as we get him, if something like that happens for us.
There's such a remarkable situation between 12th and the bottom of the table. That point will be so valuable. You go to Tottenham next. You've got Tottenham next. There's been an extraordinary situation there. They've got a draw against Southampton. Conte post-match has come out and said he sees a lot of selfish players, and in 20 years there is the owner and they've never won anything. Why? I imagine he's talking about the Premier League. Many questioning if he'll even be in charge after that rant for this encounter. Is that something you think you can take advantage of?
That's clearly nothing to do with me. Whatever his comments are, you know, he's a well-travelled manager, a very successful manager. So that is clearly nothing to do with me. We'll just be preparing properly. Some of the players will be away, of course. Some of the players will get a little bit of rest, but we'll be preparing properly for that next game.
And the bleep test, a bit of a rest from that?
Well, it's all a myth. You know, it was only a challenge just to make sure they're in good shape. That was all. So, no, they'll be getting a good bit of rest, but they will be working. Make no mistake.
You always say about a good results really helpful coming into the international break, but what have you taken from this brief time in charge, and does this give you the belief you can save this team?
There's a real honesty to this group, and some have questioned it, but I think it's growing in its authenticity. I still think there's more quality moments we can find with this group, but the base is getting better, the strength of the group and the strength of the mentality is improving all the time, and that's an important factor.
Thank you so much.